Welcome to Taiji's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you the Yasukuni Shrine and Japanese War Museum. Yasukuni Shrine is located in the heart of Tokyo. From the Tokyo main station, you can reach on foot in about 40 minutes or so. Or you can take the Tokyo Metro Tozai line to the Kudanshita station. It'll take you right up to the Yasukuni Shrine. This place is a rather lesser known site in Tokyo, but a very important place, in my opinion, if you want to understand the modern Japanese history. Yasukuni Shrine was originally built in 1869 and is dedicated to 2.5 million Japanese soldiers, as well as some government officials who died serving the country, from Boshin War to all the wars against Britain, China, Russia, and also the US. I am aware that this shrine is seen in recent years as controversial, claiming that this shrine glorifies or justifies the past wars and colonization. However, visiting Yasukuni Shrine, for many of us Japanese, is purely an act of mourning and honoring those who died protecting the country since the beginning of modern government. It's definitely not a place to glorify or affirm war or colonization as some media tries to portray, but I'll let you be the judge of that. When you keep walking up the path, you come across the statue of Nomura Masujiro. He was the one that came out with the idea of building Yasukuni Shrine and also helped build the modern army of Japanese government at the time, during the Meiji era. Even though this is the middle of bustling Tokyo, somehow it has a very quiet atmosphere, allowing us visitors reflecting on the history. There's also a map of the shrine. And on the side, there's a QR code for the homepage of Yasukuni Shrine. And this is the second torii arch. Next to it is so-called chozuba, where you should wash your hands and mouth to cleanse before entering the main hall of the shrine. This is the main gate to enter the inner garden of the shrine. And on the gate, there is a large golden chrysanthemum, which is a symbol of the Imperial House of Japan. The same imperial crest also found on a Japanese passport. And when you keep walking, right before the main hall is a bulletin board, where they write a letter of a kamikaze pilot to their families before departing, which is changed every month. They also have the same letter printed on a paper and also translated in English. You just cannot read these letters without being emotional. This is the main hall, where the visitors can pray for the sorrow of the people who died protecting the country. Coming here always makes me realize how lucky we are to be able to live in this time without war. And on the side there's a small vendor where they sell varieties of amulets. If you keep walking towards the left side, then you will get to the direction of Yushukan, the War Museum. But before entering the museum, there are some monuments for the animals that served in the military. First, the military dogs that served and died in the war. Then for the military horses. And then also for messenger pigeons, since they did not have internet back then, of course. And in the corner there's a statue of a war widow. Next to it is a statue of Dr. Rabihano Pai, who was the only jury that objected to the Tokyo Tribunal, arguing that the verdicts were invalid because they were based on so-called ex post facto laws. meaning that the defendants were judged according to the laws that did not exist at the time of actions. And also a monument dedicated to all the sunken ships and aircraft carrier, as well as their crew members. Here is Yushukan, the War Museum. In the entrance, they have the famous Mitsubishi A6M, aka Zero Fighter aircraft. Unfortunately, inside the museum it is prohibited to videotape or photograph, except for one section, so I can only show some pictures from the homepage, as well as the recording from this permitted section. The museum is built in a way that you can follow the history of the modern Japanese government, as well as how and why Japan got involved in the colonization and the different wars. This is from the section where it was permitted to record. These models and exhibits are primarily from the time of World War II. They also exhibit many letters of kamikaze pilots that were written to their families. Reading them tells us that none of them really wanted to sacrifice their lives, but instead their only intention was to protect their loved ones. There are some claims that Yasukuni Shrine glorifies or justifies Japan's past wars and colonizations, but the message I always get from visiting here is that we should honor and thank them for their sacrifices, but at the same time, we need to learn from the past so that these things never happen again. What messages did you get? I hope you learned something and that you get to visit this place when you have a chance to go to Japan. Then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.